Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games with the new part of the Guild Wars Prophecies playthrough. We are at the Abbadons Mouth mission. I looked it up and I realized that there's actually a boss here with the elite skill Fever Dream. So I bought a signet of capture, and it was time for us to start the mission. So my build up is a little bit different from what you guys remember. I'm experimenting a little. I decided I wanted to I should say is I did a little bit. I played my Mesmer with some of my guildies because they were doing some encoded order. No, they were helping me with some with getting some mission bonuses done. For example, we got hard mode done of the crap. I forgot what it's called now. But we got the hard mode done. We tried doing the hard mode and the bonus, but we were just too uncoordinated, and so we were not able to get what I wanted. But it's not the end of the world. So basically, I'm experimenting with fast casting 10, having really high illusion, magic, and inspiration to see how much I may like. Is this really the only way to go? It feels a little strange, but okay. So my build's a little bit different than before. I'm hoping this will also help a little bit with my energy problems that I've had, where I'd run out of energy mid-battle. I'm hoping that having power drain, unfortunately got knocked down before I can interrupt. Having power drain will assist me in this one. I'm taking sympathetic visage because I know that we have a lot of jade armors here, and hopefully that will stop them from being super effective, since they will lose. Unfortunately, my allies, my melee henchmen are not helping me deal with the jade armor, so it's not really being super effective because they're not attacking the same guy as me. But oh well, nothing I can do about that. Yeah, let me go up here. There, perfect. We're in the middle of them. Attack! Arcade couldn't. God damn it. Attack the same guy as me, people. Attack the same guy. Yes, I do mean the same exact person as me. Thank you. Jesus, the help sometimes leave much to be desired. Also, I don't have a res ability. I may actually end up regretting that. I kind of forgot to re-equip it, and now I'm hoping that our healers don't die anytime. So do they lose energy? Yeah, they lose energy. I'm hoping that sympathetic visage will make us having two melee people be a bit more effective. There we go. I do love the fragility damage. I do like the fact now that I've increased my illusion magic all the way up to 16, how much damage fragility does now. So let's keep killing people, I guess. Kill all of the Mursat. Show them who's boss. Arcane Conundrum, that way they can't cast as fast. Do a little bit of sympathetic visage to make sure that they lose some energy. There we go. I don't know how good this build is right now, but hey, it's my build and that's just how it's gonna be. And honestly, it's interesting. One reason I have not run Arcane Conundrum before is I know it's a pretty good skill, but I'm also like, I don't know how effective I would be able to use it, because it makes all adjacent foes like cast twice as long, but I'm like, can I use it effectively? How effective could I actually use it? Apparently we're being attacked from down below by that ether seal there. I'd like it if my henchies are attacking the same person as me, but they're a bit mentally handicapped. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I do love those fragility blocks. And I did actually, I'm not sure if I mentioned this last episode, but I realized that the burning target was not actually Sin, or at least she was doing a little bit of burning. But one of the big sources of AoE burning I've been having has been, let me force my henchies over here before they get themselves killed for no reason, has actually been Aiden. He actually has incendiary not incendiary ammo. Yeah, actually I was right. Incendiary arrows, sorry. And through that, he has been able to inflict burning, which has been some nice synergy with my fragility on top of everything else. This kind of funny is when I was playing with my friends, I'm like, you know, I kind of thought about something. You know, we don't really apply a lot of conditions in this group, do we? Because they applied a lot of hexes and things of that nature, but not a lot of conditions. So I'm like, well, fragility apparently is not really going to be too dang useful. One of my friends, like, is a very long time player and lots of experience, so he's like, oh, no, I'm sorry, maybe I'll try changing things around. I'm like, it's okay, I'll just change my build. Because I have a funny thing where it's like, I so focus on it, but it's like not actually, with my group, I realized we didn't really run too many conditions. Like, we had some of the big ones, like Deep Wound and things like that, but there wasn't a crazy amount of application. Come on, cast. Jam, perfect. You know, I used to think Abbadons was super good, and like whenever I put on my henchies, I'm like, this is perfect. And then now that I'm playing with it, I realize just how big of a limitation the spell or chant is compared to just having Cry of Frustration and be like, you're trying to do something. How adorable. It would be a shame if I... What are you doing, Mock? Stop being mentally retarded. Okay. Come on. There we go. But it limits it so much comparatively speaking. This is where it's like, I could just interrupt anything I wanted with Cry of Frustration. I just would save, you know, and chant my spell one against spellcasters. Very, very different experience. There we go. There's some nice fragility procs. I need to be better about applying fragility. I tend to forget about it a lot. But it's super good, so I shouldn't forget about as much as I have. There must be a healer. Or maybe I guess this necromancer has actually been keeping people alive, it looks like. Insidious parasite. Hopefully, you know, me applying the sympathetic visage will actually help restrict him in what he can do. Perfect. Now let's kill these guys. Thank you, Monk, for actually jumping on the target immediately instead of having to force me to wait. Drop that for some energy back. Maybe it didn't work out that way. And so Necro Boss for life transfer, you guys want it. Mirsop Boss for energy surge. But I already have energy surge, so it's not too important to me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be myrtleizing, so I'm basically myrtleizing everything in sight. So yeah. I'm going to go to that other direction before I come back in, but since we're already murdering people, we might as well murder them now. I don't know if this thing could be applied burning on them, so I'm just going to... I like to focus the seal, because that means I can interrupt it and gain some beautiful energy back. Energy surge may be limiting, but that limitation allows it to give me so much energy back. I love getting 17 energy back, so it's beautiful. And let us go to kill those other people that I saw over here. I think that's the direction of the bonus. At least part of it. I could be wrong, though. One thing I did look up when it comes to the bonus is that apparently it's going to be a little bit annoying to make use of. But hopefully, that's not too bad. And what's nice about the bonus, about the fact that I want to hunt for fever dreams, is the fact that as part of my research, I found out that Fever Dreams is one of the Drider bosses that you counter when you go along the bonus path anyway, so I'm already going that way for the bonus. I might as well get the elite skill, eh? I'm just gonna interrupt that. One thing I actually did find when I was doing a little bit, I was doing research on Mesmer builds because I was like, you know, I might as well get some, especially when if I want to play as much as I am thinking of. Then I want to get this armor, you know, more than just basic boy stuff, especially since we're about to face the final mission, you know, to make it easier. And I did find that a lot of the time that I might want to get a +1 inspiration, +1. Fast casting and apply it to my bar as well. Instead of my attunement and vitae runes. That way I have 9 inspiration, 11 fast casting. That way my spells cast that much faster. And honestly, I would love it for my spells to cast that much faster. Because some of my annoyances have been the fact that is the brain. Hey, there she is. Has been the fact that, like, sometimes I feel like I'm casting spells. I'm like, this feels way too slow. I am a fast caster. Why am I being so slow? Thank you. So she's talking. She's saying, thank you for freeing me. I was killed on one of the bloodstones by the White Mantle. My spirit has been trapped for quite some time. But alas, all this dark magic is draining my soul energy. I do not wish my final resting place to be here. There is a small island to the west that reminds me of the fields of Loamhurst. If you take me there, I can at last be at peace and away from the pull of this vile place. Okay, Leah, we shall escort you there safely. Alright, so, but, yeah. Depending on how I like Fever Dreams, I might apply it more, because when I actually, when I saw what Fever Dream does, I'm like, you know, that actually has some nice synergy with my ability, with what I want in my party. Because what it does is that it takes all, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the afflicts, remember correctly, it applies all conditions on the target and copies it to everyone around them. So it's an epidemic. But then also inflicts days that they have 2 more conditions, I think, is how it goes. No, monkey, you don't get to do that. And now she's slowing down a little bit now that we're outside the fortress. Let's keep up the fight. And since, you know, we're applying, ideally, deep wound, bleeding, blind, you know, burning, things of that nature, you know. So, yeah, Devona's not here, so sympathetic visage isn't working out too well, but it's fine. It'd be kind of funny if, like, they're meleeing with me and I'm wanting them for melee. If that actually... if that actually counted as a melee attack because they were in melee. So are you going to go this way, or can we go this way and avoid this group? I think we can avoid this group. I don't want to go in the wrong direction, just suddenly have her like run off and get immortalized by another group. Hey, fleshies! Flesh golems look a lot different than the flesh golems that we players have. Maybe if we got awesome enough, we would be able to have it. Let me mute this real fast. So that way I don't get another wave of notifications. I don't think I did that properly, but I will. No, Leah! Ah, she died. I think we just failed the bonus, team. I think we just failed the bonus. All right, we're gonna be right back. Okay. I'll see you momentarily. While I was distracted, she died. I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna leave after I kill this group. Ah! Ow, ow, meteor shower, ow. Is that what we're gonna do is I think before I go down the route, now that we know where she is, I think before we go down that route, we're going to clear everything in our path. We're gonna clear everything in our path to before we get to her. And by the way, for those of you who are trying to speedrun this mission and think you're tough enough, I believe you can actually just go straight through here and just kill stuff. I think actually even the default route is going that way if you don't want to do the bonus. Or if you, so I'm going to be right back. And we are back. I killed the group that killed Leah Stone, but what we're going to do is we're going to keep going along this path until we basically kill what we need to kill. Essentially, until we, until, you know, we think it's safe to summon her, because we don't want her dying again. That was very unfortunate, the fact that she just died almost instantly after we summoned her. I cleared out the fort. The only thing I didn't clear out was the things that were the last, like, layer of defense for her. That way, I wanted to make sure she couldn't spawn. Apparently the Driders can talk, because that one just said, you messed with the wrong warrior. I thought they're necromancers, so it's kind of strange the fact that they're now saying you messed with the wrong warrior. Where am I? I am here. I think there's a Drider boss down here. Might be the Mesmer one, so I'm going to check. Spindle, I don't know what... I don't know if that's Agony Vein. Sounds like it might be a Necro one, though. Let's find out. He's a Mez? He's not a Mez. He's a Monkey. Okay, we'll keep that in mind, then. He's a Smite Monk, too, it looks like. Oh, he resurrected, or at least he almost resurrected one of his Dryad friends. But that was definitely, I think, a raise the dead ability, an AoE one at that. So that's the Monk one. I don't think we got to see what his elite was, but at the very least, you guys now know that there's a Monk one there. I don't remember what he did though. So basically, we're gonna follow from a decent amount of this path that we're supposed to go to for the bonus. Hopefully I'm picking the right path. It would be kind of awkward if I'm clearing like a path and then it turns out to lead went the complete opposite direction. I'd be like, well, then. That'd be one of those moments. But hey, we'll see how it goes. For those of you already done with this mission, because you just charge right through the front gates. Good job on you. We're going for the bonus. You know, we're getting all the rewards and the like. Dark Flame Drider. Yep, these guys are not warriors. Why did that guy say you mess with the wrong warrior? That's kind of weird. Unless it's like a glitch, and maybe that's supposed to be Devona saying you mess with the wrong warrior instead. So there's another guy, Shadowhook. No, this guy has... Hey, this one's the Mesmer. He's the Fevered Dreams boy. We have found our target. Drop that. My soul's mine, sucker. Perfect. Now we have Fevered Dreams. Capture. So, Fevered Dreams. Elite Hex. Whenever target foe suffers from a new condition, all foes in the area suffer that from that condition as well. If target foe has 2 or more conditions, that foe is dazed for 3 seconds. This definitely has some nice synergy with fragility, and basically if you're a group like mine where I'm trying to make it so every one of my guys are trying to inflict conditions, this might be more valuable than honestly having Crippling Anguish. I might swap out and maybe do a bit of an experiment. And hey, look, there's another boss right there. It's the Necro boss for any Necromancer. You're probably Soul Leech, so I'm not sure. Not sure if there's any other bosses have had Soul Leech yet, but if he has it, then that's a nice thing to get. I think my melee henchies are kind of stalled, trying to reach our boss here. Boom, though. Look at that. I love that condition spread, man. So Epidemic, I think, is every new condition. I think Epidemic is every condition exactly on the target spread, while Fear Dreams is every new condition, which honestly makes it even more powerful. And it lasts for 26 seconds. While it does take 10 energy, you know, this is not one we necessarily need to spam a whole lot. Where Crippling Anguish, honestly, I use Crippling Anguish probably more often than I need to, because it lasts twice as long as the cooldown, but I tend to cast it basically on cooldown. I think there's another Drider boss here. No. Attack the same one, thank you very much. Perfect. Maybe that's one. But yeah, so I think we're almost there where the boss is supposedly the bonus is supposed to be going to be almost done. So I think we just need to continue a little bit more, and then we're going to walk all the way back. Just to save you guys a little bit of time, I'm going to basically pause it as I walk back. Because there shouldn't be any major enemies in the way as I walk back. And that, you know, so basically, you know, basically be back where that way you guys don't have to hear me just talk about nothing. Hey, there's an Eidolon here. I believe, I don't think I mentioned this one yet. If I haven't, I'm sorry. But basically, the Eidolon there's another seer. The seer is here once again. So if you guys want yet another armor set infused, here's a place to be. What's beautiful about a targeting dazed is the fact that, like, with their spellcaster, dazed is basically the anti-spellcaster ability. So, casting on Eidolon, once you got 2 conditions on him, like crippling and bleeding alone from mocks, or burning and deep wound, or whatever it ends up being, that's perfect for just shutting down that Eidolon for 3 seconds. Only 3 seconds, but still, it's 3 seconds where essentially can't do anything. Because if you get hit by any attacks while you're dazed, your skill, I think it's either spells or at least your skills in general, get interrupted. Hiccups. Alright, so now I'm going to start the long trek back walking. There shouldn't be any major stuff in the way. I'm just taking a slight detour where I'm going to basically go... I don't want to go this way because I don't know what's there. I'm going to go like this way around, meet back to where we were essentially, and walk back to the Leah. I will be back. You'll see me essentially once I'm back with Leah, essentially. And we are back. There we go. We are now about to free Leah once again, killing her bodyguards. I thought about doing this after I freed her, but then I thought, if she just starts running, there's going to be a bit of problems. So I was like, I'm just going to cut it off at the head. I'm just going to basically just do it on video, make sure there's no problems. Alright, make sure you get that fever dreams on the ether seal. Interrupt that mind shock. Apply that crippling anguish. Synthetic visage. Basically, we're trying to ruin its existence. Perfect. Now we can free Leah. Wait, does she move if we don't do anything? I'm actually this is important for science. Never mind. She moves if we don't talk to her. Okay. And she says the same thing that she said before, basically saying that thank you for freeing us, why she needs to go, and boom, off we are. I killed everything in her path, that should be in her path, unless something maybe patrols into it that wasn't there before. So we should be good to just head on over. She shouldn't have any threats. Apparently, the one way that she does stop moving is if you leave the compass range of her. So maybe if you guys wanted to just kill that guy, you can, like, you wanted to kill that stone, you guys can kill the stone, and then kill the ether seal, sorry, release Leah's stone. Not kill the stone. Don't kill the stone. You can basically free her and then just run as fast as you can until you're outside of her range. That way she'll just stop moving. And then you can come back for her. That's also an option too. And apparently, according to the wiki, she is affected by things such as fall back to allow her to move faster. Alright, it's gonna be a nice, easy path. There's no update for you really for the Savage World stuff. I haven't really been able to add too much of it, unless I haven't talked about the fact that I'm working on Paragon now. But I think I have, and I honestly working on Paragon has made me realize just how broken, at least how Paragon seems on the surface, due to the fact that they gain energy back from casting chants and stuff. Which essentially means, if played properly, Paragons will have infinite energy, especially in the tabletop, even in the tabletop game, where I'm like, if played well, I'm like, damn. I definitely need to make sure that when it comes to Mesmers, I need to add energy skills as well. So far I've been adding the energy gaining stuff, but I haven't added yet any of the energy removing stuff. So I need to make sure those are added in effectively, so that way I can help balance out the fact that in most tabletop games you're just slowly running out of energy. In this one, your energy just go like bup, 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 you know what I mean? But that's basically how Guild Wars works, and most video games work that way, but not a lot of tabletop RPGs, just because the way things tend to go. Well, I've been importing that somewhat into the Savage Worlds system. The Savage Worlds does already have systems for regaining energy, or power points, as it's called by default. So it's not like something that's unheard of. I'd be just cranking it up a bit, which means I need some way to crank it down as well. And honestly, one of the key things would be when I start working on Mesmer, would be throwing that in. I actually don't know any other class that actually has energy denial besides Mesmer to other people. Like Elementalists will honestly be the most important one that I import that into. This Mesmers will have a lot. I mean, Elementalists will have crazy amounts of energy. Well, that thing just shot up as it died. Oh, it's a word. Oh, that's another thing. I thought that was the same thing for a second there, but I was wrong. For example, the Mesmer's balancing things, the fact that Mesmers won't have as easy access to energy regeneration as some other classes might, such as Paragon, and they can easily cast the most amount of skills in a turn. There's the bonus done. They're saying my soul is free. They can finally be at peace as a worm spawns and tries to brutally murder her face off. No! No! I did not know you existed! Stop killing her! I got the bonus already, but still! Don't you kill it fast! That was not good! There might be another one, hurry! Oh. That was scary. So I guess she's gonna rest that piece right here in this one green patch in all of this volcanic area. Let's kneel and then, and pay respects. As we go. If you want to take that special essence, and if you go basically along this route here, like continue down this road, you should reach the Lich, and she will infuse your armor set. However, I'm not going to bother with that, considering that I don't need it. I still only have the one armor set. I have not made a second armor set, though if I realized just how much I was going to be able to get the opportunity to infuse armor, I would have. Because I've actually started accumulating some money again, just through playing. So now I'm just like, now I kind of wish I had made that armor. Because with so many opportunities to do so, I've missed 2 of them just for it. So which means I'm going to have to redo one of these missions again anyway. So it's like, ugh. I was thinking about getting the VT rooms. I'm like, I don't need them. I don't want them. You know, let's go this way. It's a bit of a change of pace, just to see what's down this way. Virtuoso while activating skills. That's not a bad one. I kind of like that, but I don't think we're going to go for it. Yeah, this lava might be a bit long. Hopefully we can survive it. It'd be awkward if, like, we did all that work only for us to die walking through lava. That would be so awkward. We're like, oh well guys, I'll wipe that back. Thankfully, I think we have the bonus whether we wipe or not. So if we wiped, I would just go, straight to the gate and kill shit. Mox is going for the ether seal instead of the one I'm trying to get him to attack. Typical Mox behavior. I hate my henchmen. I think one of them standing in the fire, which is not ideal. Let me just order them over here real fast. That way those fools... Yep, look at that. All my casters were standing in literal fire. Oops, I did not mean to cast that. Oh, thankfully it didn't actually go through. Yeah, that's the effect of the days right there. You see all those spells just got interrupted. Those were what I understood to be the fact that it was dazed and was taking damage. So we have Marcy of the Smug, which means I think this is going to be the Energy Surge boss. I was right. Smug is probably Ranger, considering his class. Oh, look at that big fragility damage right there. Oh, I love it. I love the big numbers. Ooh, that was a thing of beauty, seeing all those numbers pop. They all like get grouped together on my melee boys, and my melee boys show them what's what. The healer is the one I need to focus now, actually, now I think about it. Gotta force it essentially away from us. There we go. Now that I forced away the monk, allowed us to much more easily kill that. My girlfriend just opened up the back door, so that's what that's what that notification was. Definitely was a bit of a surprise there. I was not expecting to hear anything besides the sound of my own voice in the video game right there, but it's okay. Might as well just interrupt that chain lightning, get myself some energy back. I'm just gonna apply a little bit for fragility just to help it die faster, but I don't think it was gonna get anything more. I think we're almost there. I think we just need to like destroy that ether seal, maybe kill a boss or two. I don't quite know how far we need to go, but not too crazy far. I'll interrupt that and just start focus firing with some nice, beautiful damage. There we go. I think I just got hit with the daze effect. I wonder if Sympathetic Visit doesn't affect the Ether Seal as much as it does casters of a different melee boys are gonna get themselves killed. Come back here, Moxie boy. Let's see. Mox is already up there with the bows, so we're just gonna have to provide as much assistance as we can through this wall. On the bright side, they're all dead now. Perfect. Poor Devota's like, I can't do what that guy's doing. How am I gonna get up there? Let's see, so I'm gonna go kill those groups, as obviously we need to murder everything in sight, or else they'll come out behind us and stab us in the back. I thought those, yeah, this they did actually. Oh, sorry, I just had a thought about. I was about killing all these bad guys, and then I had a flashback to my last Savage World session running Waterdeep Dragon Heist, where they decide they decided not to attack the ooze that was going through the wall, and so instead they decided to run. But before they ran, they decided to lock all of the cat prisoners that they'd captured inside a jail cell, to basically be killed by ooze after taking the time to take them out alive. And I'm like, damn. It's one of those moments where, from what I could tell from one of the characters, from his role playing and some of his hindrances, is the fact that he's like, they're evil. They're evil. Doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter what happens to them, kind of thing. Not really the best kind of thing, not in my opinion, not the most optimal, not the most optimal, I mean, not the most, heroic way of viewing things. One of the other players is a bit more of a heroic character, but they're able to convinced him that, like, the character, at least, that they're gonna be just fine. You know what I mean? But basically, they're going to be dead. Eaten alive by oozes. And basically what I plan to have happen is I plan to bring in like the newspaper kind of idea that I see people floating around. And basically there's a newspaper basically being like, local city watch in, I forget exactly, I don't think it actually detailed it, I think it was like the dock ward. Because like the exit that like because they went like an hour. They were in the dock ward when they went underground, but then they went an hour under the sewer. So I'm like, are they still really in the dark ward? But I think it's still in the dark ward. You know, like successfully rounded up a. We're basically taking the all the glory for success from the players, essentially, because they didn't stick around. They just ran. Then when the police were set to come, they weren't sure what they're gonna be, enemy, friends, or foes, so they decided to run for it. Oh, there's sealed guards here too. I didn't even notice that. Would you kindly just go away now? Alright, well the sealed guards are all dead. So it's gonna be kind of a funny thing if they remember. I wasn't sure if I was gonna remember, so I let them in on at least part of it. But yeah, basically the newspapers are all gonna be basically singing the praises of the City Watch, and the players will get their kind of reward in terms of basically the people in the know will kind of know the players did it, because they also saved a noble's gonna like talk to some of his friends to help the party. But outside of those, the people in the know, they'll be basically randoms. I'm gonna order my henchies to follow me over here. That way we can be better grouped together. I don't want us to be flanked if I can avoid it, but that's just how it's gonna be. Let's focus on those Mersad Guardians. I think those are gonna be the main threat. I'm dead now. Fudge. I don't even know what killed me. Just some big damage just randomly happened to me. Chain lightning, that's what it was. I hit my multiple chain lightnings. That's probably what happens when I group up my guys too much. I didn't really consider that as a possibility, if I'm being honest. This is a problem. I don't want to lose at the very end of this. No. Maybe pulling my guys over was not a good idea. Do these guardians just endlessly respawn? I think these guardians just endlessly respawn, so I should have just finished the seals. No. Res me, Menlo. We're all gonna die. No, all that work for nothing. Alright guys, we'll be back. I think I'm gonna keep Fever Dreams instead of Crippling Anguish. And I wish I had some ways to apply conditions myself, because that'd be quite nice. But I'll be back, guys. I'm just gonna, because we still have the credit for the bonus, I'm just gonna go straight through the doors. We'll be back. And we're back. It's actually been a little bit more time than before, because as I was going to Everlight Camp to buy Epidemic, somebody actually asked me if I've had a try for it. I said sure, and they asked me for help to get, so that way they can get the Soul Taker elite skill for Necromancer. I said sure, though I really wish that I thought about it further, because I was like, wait, because we killed a Mesmer boss there, and I didn't have a Signet of Capture to take it, so that means I eventually need to go back for it. But I did do a quick little look-see to see how to limit the sheer amount of guardians that I had to deal with, and it turns out that basically the Mersad Guardians spawn after you kill each seal. So basically, they took a little while to arrive. So essentially, since we had killed like 2 or 3 seals, we killed like 4 seals before they arrived. So there was 4 seals worth of guards. So we're gonna kill the first 2 seals here, like we did right now, and then I'm gonna fall back to try and then wait for the guardians to spawn. That should allow us to kill them, no problem. Mox is actually kind of stuck for some reason on these seal guards. The reason why I got Epidemic, because I had an idea. Since Fever Dreams, sends every condition that I have to all enemies around. I had an idea. I'm like, why? No, Mox, come back here, you fool. Come back here. Yep, he's dead because he's an idiot. But my idea was that The idea is like, okay, they're got a bunch of conditions on them, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically cast Fragility, cast Fear Dreams, then once every condition that Fragility gets spread to everybody else, I'm just going to I'm gonna then epidemic the conditions back onto the opposing side. I'm gonna spawn back my guys back here. We cannot afford to just be all willy-nilly everywhere Mox wants to be, because he does not know what to do at all. He's a robot after all, so it makes sense. There should be a numerous thought spawning soon. I want to focus on the guardians that currently exist before I take down any more seals. Like that boy right there. Ah, too slow. But force my guys back over here. That way we can focus on these guardians. I'm gonna separate them out though. I really need to be better about using Empower Drain, and I need to get probably another ability that gives me energy, because I do have some pretty high cost abilities right now. That's kind of making me run out of energy. Alright, there we go. All the guardians are dead. Alright, that's time for another seal to kill. And once again, when this one's dead, we're just gonna fall back. Kill the guardian right there. Admittedly, we could probably get away with killing this guardian right here and then killing the rest of the seals, honestly. Especially because the seals are by themselves a threat, just due to the simple fact that they cast chain lightning, thunder, basically problem spells are spawned by these guys. Meant that this guy probably is the one who deleted Menlo, I imagine. Just focus him down real fast. Perfect. One more Murloc Guardian to go, and then we'll kill that seal. Okay, focus him down, boys. There we go. Now I got my energy back up thanks to Energy Surge. And the last seal is destroyed. We did it! It took me a lot longer to get this video done than it was recorded. Most basically several attempts. And the fact that I had to help that guy in the middle of it. I didn't have to, but it would feel mean not to help him out, so I helped him out. Once this video's done, I'm going to be getting changed and do some grocery shopping and some laundry and some preparation for my Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign this evening.
To the scepter of Or, I command you! It worked. Just as the prophecy said, it worked.
We must kill the Titan. This guy is a melee boy. There's only one of them. My build is definitely can kill one person. Love Fragility. It's amazing. But Fever Dreams is also quite. I don't think that's nice about for Fever Dreams combined with Fragility is the fact that it also applies a condition, which means it's also its own damage pack as well as just damaging everybody else. Epidemic's the only one that's kind of reliant on something else.
To Thunderhead Keep, and you will go to Rin. Destroy them. Tyria will be mine, all mine.
All mine. And Hell's Precipice, the final mission of the Prophecies campaign, is upon us. Hell's Precipice. So this is where we should need to be ready and raring to go. I don't think there's any, like, I think any NPCs to talk to here. So we're going to be ending the episode here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, press the like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. Especially keep an eye out for the factions campaign that's going to be coming up in a month or so, I imagine. What's going to happen is, after we finish Hell's Precipice, I want to actually explore Perdition Rock with you guys, capture some of those stuff, because I went all the way over here, could have captured that boss. I was so disappointed when I couldn't. Do a little bit of exploration, capture a few skills, and then I want to do the Villain of Galroth. And then that'll basically be one additional episode. That'll be 2 episodes there. This will basically, one episode's Hell's Precipice, another episode will be Building of Galroth and Exploring Perdition Rock. And then we'll probably just, from there, just jump into factions. What I might do as well is the third one, as I said. We're gonna go into that underworld section that's at the Tomb of Primeval Kings. And then to get a little bit just to see what's there. I'm gonna try it with Heroes and Henchies. If Heroes and Henchies end up being too much of a problem, then I'm going to change things up, and I'm gonna invite some of my friends to join me, and we'll do it all together. But either way, take care, guys. Have a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys may be. I'll see you guys next time.